I was with a girl that was sweet, kind, feminine, soft-spoken, caring, thoughtful, loving, didn't do drugs, wasn't social media obsessed.
That's so
wasn't
rare.
TikTok brained. And on top of that, I was quite literally her first everything. Before me, she's never even held hands with another guy.
Wow.
And you might be skeptical or thinking like, there's no way.
Bro, yeah, you're right. I don't believe that there is any way, bro. And the fact that you had that and you still fumbled that shit, my nigga, that's crazy. But the game turned him to a demon, because I will say, I don't think he started out like this as this cold-hearted nigga that just, you know what I'm saying, he be fucking with hella Jones, right? The game made him turn that way. He had to do that. He had to harden his heart so that he could stay in the fight, you know what I'm saying? And that happens to a lot of people, men and women, and then we take it out on a good person, and then the cycle of hatred continues. Like my nigga Pain said, the world shall know pain. You feel me? You fuck with me, I'ma fuck with somebody else, and then they going, you know what I'm saying? It's an endless line of fucking with niggas. Pause. I Lost a Good Girl, video by Derek Silverman. Now me, I've never really been in a meaningful relationship, you know what I'm saying? Nothing that really lasted or meant anything that substantial. But my nigga lost a good girl. Now Derek Silver, he kind of like a player ass nigga, you know what I'm saying? He know how to get hoes. He be having a roster of some sort. So this nigga got game, he know how to run the game. But in that process, he might have lost a good one. So let's hear what he talking about and see how it affected my nigga.
Have you guys ever lost out on or fumbled a good girl? Like a genuine good girl? It's gotta be one of the top 2 worst feelings when it comes to dating and relationships. Cause breakup hurts, rejection hurts, heartbreak hurts. But losing a good girl? That's a different type of feeling. And it happened to me. I was with a girl that was sweet, kind, feminine, soft-spoken, caring, thoughtful, loving, not annoying, not combative, doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, didn't do drugs, wasn't social media obsessed.
That's so
wasn't
rare.
TikTok brained. You know, didn't care about celebrities, wasn't materialistic, just everything you would want in a girl. And on top of that, I was quite literally her first everything. Before me, she's never even held hands with another guy.
Wow.
And you might be skeptical or thinking like, there's no way, bro.
Nigga, that sounds too good to be true, bro. Yeah, you're right. I don't believe that there is any way, bro. And the fact that you had that and you still fumbled that shit, my nigga, that's crazy. But the game turned him to a demon, because I will say, I don't think he started out like this as this cold-hearted nigga that just, you know what I'm saying, he be fucking with hella Jones, right? The game made him turn that way. He had to do that. He had to harden his heart so that he could stay in the fight, you know what I'm saying? And that happens to a lot of people, men and women, and then we take it out on a good person, and then the cycle of hatred continues. Like my nigga Pain said, the world shall know pain. You feel me? You fuck with me, I'ma fuck with somebody else, and then they going, you know what I'm saying? It's an endless line of fucking with niggas. Pause. But you know what I'm talking about.
Bro, like, what are you, Akash Singh? But no, it's completely true. I knew this girl since elementary school.
Why Akash catches straight like that?
And we went to the same middle school and high school as well. And I always thought she was attractive, but it was one of those situations where we always had different friend groups, and I'd end up liking a different girl every single year. And when we finally got together, we dated for about 8-9 months. And you know how there's some guys in the red pill space where they speak on a lot of things that are true from a logical or a biological perspective. Like, you know how in dating and relationships, men are wired to always want to have multiple partners and to reproduce, etc. Even though those things are true from a logical perspective, you can also tell whether or not a guy's ever truly been in love before. And that was the case for me. I was in love with her. And you know you're in love when that individual, that person, that girl makes you want to be a better person, makes you want to be a better man. Not to get all corny, but it really is a good feeling. It's like you're constantly high on life.
You wake up with a purpose,
it's a feeling that
nigga.
very few people understand, but it's something I hope everyone feels one day. And if that's something you have right now, then that's amazing. I'm envious of you. But that's a different type of high, I'm not gonna lie. When you're in love with a girl that's a genuine good girl, that's also your girl. When you're in that situation, you genuinely don't even want to look at another girl. Every single girl walking by might as well be a dude to you.
Yeah.
And listen, right, I was the type of guy where I didn't think that was possible. I thought that, you know, you're a guy, you're always going to have that wandering eye. Like, you're always going to feel that temptation to a certain degree. Bro, when I was with her, I swear, did not even jerk off to the thought of another girl. Not a single one. And I know a lot of guys are going to call cap on that because you know you can never, but I'm being honest. Like, it's kind of funny. I'd be at the gym and I'd see like a baddie in tight leggings walk by, and there wouldn't be an ounce inside of me that would be tempted to look. I was locked in. I just didn't care. She might as well have been a dude to me. When you love your girl who's genuinely a good girl, it's kind of like all the other girls in the world automatically just becomes a dude. It's like the world is filled with dudes now.
See, now I've never really gotten to the point where I dated a joint and had the opportunity to really fall in love. I'm the type of nigga, bro, I fall in love early as shit. As soon as you show me interest, bro, because I never really had it, I start imagining the whole future with you. So I guess I'm really falling in love with the idea of you rather than you yourself. But still, the thought process remains the same. I don't even want to do none of that degenerate shit when I'm trying to get locked in with a girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm locked in with her, only texting her, not looking at nobody else, not doing, you know what I'm saying, no lustful shit neither. Trying to be a good man, bro, dead ass. You on your purpose for real. But I need to find that soon, I ain't gonna lie. I don't need to. I need me, and that's all I need. But I want that for sure. It seems nice to have for real. And that heartbreak, I kind of just want to feel that intense ass emotion. It's gonna make them, you know what I'm saying, them love songs hit way harder. You know what I'm saying? And that's the pain that I want, because that's the full life experience, feeling them emotions, nigga. Oh yeah, I'm trying to see what that'd be like.
It's not like I was simping either, because she not only reciprocated, but she was probably way more loving towards me than I was to her. And you know, obviously things didn't work out. There wasn't really one specific reason. Like, some of it was a timing thing. Some of it was due to the fact that we were really different people. You know, even though every now and then when the nights get a bit cold, nights get a little lonely, I still got no regrets, because even at the cost of losing a good girl, because everything happens for a reason. You know, I was never really the guy that got hung up when a situation was over. If it's done, it's done. You know, I'll never text you again. I'll never call you again. And this is something that a lot of guys need to learn to do. But it definitely hurts, though. Definitely hurt like hell. When you lose that good girl, it's like, damn, you feel like you lost a part of yourself. Something that was yours. It felt like something that belonged to you. It's kind of funny, because some people might think that's the classic case of, oh, who hurt you? You know, like the guy that got heartbroken and all of a sudden goes into red pill and hates women. But if you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that's definitely not the case. As a matter of fact, because I've actually been in love, that's actually what keeps me kind of the delusional optimist instead of going the full black pill route. Even though with modern dating and feminism, it'd be completely understandable as to why some guys go down that route. I mean, even I myself have moments like, damn, like what is going on? And actually, I told the story before, but a close black pill moment for me where I was like, yeah, it's actually cooked. But it was actually early on when I was dating again, and I went on a date with this girl where we got dinner, we got food, and then in like 2 hours we hooked up. And then afterwards, she told me that the last date she went on was 2 nights ago.
Wow.
And I'll never forget this, but she told me that she hooked up with the guy 2 nights ago, and then she had to make him leave afterwards because he wanted to cuddle and he was starting to like her. He was starting to catch feelings. And then she was showing me the text messages of the guy triple texting her after hooking up.
That's
and
crazy.
Her ghosting him. Bro, I was mind blown in so many ways, because for the longest time I was like, isn't it supposed to be the other way around, where the dude smashes and the girl's the one that gets attached? Not only is this situation in reverse, but she's laughing at this guy and she's showing me, the guy who she's on a date with, making fun of the guy she was with 2 nights ago. Like, bro,
that's
I was
wild
disgusted,
as shit.
because she thought that was a flex. 2 nights ago is crazy work. And if I did have a black pill moment, I guess that would be it, because that was such an eye-opening experience for me where I was like, wow, it's really like that out here.
These
And I remember
motherfuckers
going home
ruthless,
that
man.
night just having all these existential thoughts about life and society and the way social media has changed the way we interact. But yeah, even in spite of situations like that, being in love before actually had the opposite effect for me, where even though it was at the cost of losing a good girl, it's like, I know that feeling's out there. I know it exists. And I guess maybe that's the delusional, optimistic side of me that comes out. Obviously, you still got to be realistic in terms of what you have to do, right? Like, I absolutely hate the advice where people say, it's okay, like, there's someone out there, they're out there for you, your person is out there. Like, that concept in itself is dumb, because you think that the universe is just...
that shit just gonna fall in your lap, my nigga. Like, no, bro. You gotta take a chance once in a while, bro. At some point, you're gonna have to take that chance. Because you're not gonna know for sure. You might think she like you, my nigga, but you're not gonna know till you ask. Mr. Take that risk. That's what I'm trying to be, indeed.
It's gonna make that person appear in front of you. Especially as the guy, right? You still gotta go out there. You still gotta go on your journey. You still gotta go on your hero's journey.
Yep.
You gotta become who you're supposed to be so that that person can come into your life. But yeah, that aside, delusional or not, I would much prefer to operate in a way where I think that love still exists, because it gives me a greater ROI than if I didn't. Like, when you have that mentality, right? It's kind of like this. You think to yourself that every breakup, every rejection, or every heartbreak, there's a bigger picture. To where every single one of those experiences, you think to yourself like, oh, this is just another stepping stone for me finding that person. This is just a part of that journey. And I'll be honest, right? One of my greatest motivations, again, not to get all corny, is thinking about my future wife and kids. Even though she doesn't currently exist, I try to think about what she looks like, what she sounds like, the way she is when she's with me. Like, I try to visualize that image in my mind because it's something that helps me automatically shift my mindset, whatever situation need be. And that's always going to be the ultimate goal, because if you don't look at it that way, it becomes real easy to internalize those negative experiences. And for a lot of cases, right, for a lot of guys, this is where they go black pill. This is where you become jaded. And that's a dangerous state of mind to be in, because that depressive energy is what's going to permeate into your everyday life.
Yeah, bro.
And trust me, losing a good girl, losing a genuine girl, it can definitely send a guy down that path. Because number one, good girls are scarce, right? I mean, especially nowadays if you're in the West. And number two, because she's actually a good girl, you actually did lose something. It's not a situation where you can cope or be like, oh, she was this, that, and the third, and you're so much better off without her, and just kind of tell yourself these reaffirming thoughts that aren't exactly true. You're kind of like lying to yourself. And that's a situation where it's far worse than getting ghosted or rejected by some girl that was somewhat attractive, but deep down you knew it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
You know, one of those relationships where deep down inside you knew you guys weren't compatible, but you tried to stay because you had a scarcity mindset or you were afraid to be alone. I'm talking about losing a girl that you could have seen as your potential wife. That's a different type of pain.
Man.
You know, a situation where you think to yourself, if just a few things were different here and there, maybe there'd be a different outcome. That's what's really going to eat at you. That's what's going to keep you up at night. That's what has you contemplating whether or not you should text her. That's where guys start doing all the crazy stuff, like showing up at her place with a dozen roses, trying to win her back. Like, if you ever find yourself in this situation, oh man, it's cooked. Like, because she was genuinely a good girl, you start thinking that she was the best it was ever going to be. And breakups for guys and girls are vastly different experiences, right? Guys normally go into isolation or hit the gym and work, and you get real quiet.
Yep.
And then, of course, you know, girls normally lean on their friends to validate what they're feeling, like, oh, you deserve better, he was a piece of shit, this, that, and the third. When women go through breakups, they have a bunch of options automatically lined up. Trust me, they can get under a guy real quick to rebound. Probably some guy friends as well who's been waiting for this day and opportunity. But yeah, losing a good girl is...
Nigga got his 10-day contract renewed, bruh. Or nude, because he never had that shit before. You know what I'm saying? He got upgraded from the G League to the big boy league, nigga. You know what I'm saying? 2-way contract. What you gonna make of it? Type shit.
It's a different type of pain, but you gotta make sure if and when that happens, you don't go down the complete black pill route. And try to understand that it's just a part of your hero's journey.
Yeah,
life
bro.
is 10%.
I be ready to crash out, bro. Like, when I get done so dirty by these drones, bro, like, that emotion I feel, because I know a certain way, right? I know that this is the right way to go, but the way I feel, that's what outweighs it. Because you actually feel it, that feels like your reality, because it is. You know what I'm saying? It is your reality, those emotions you're feeling. But the way you look at that shit, that could change how you move forward, or the path that you're gonna go down now. You know what I'm saying? So yes, your perspective is a big thing. So I could literally look at all these moments where I get hoed by these girls, man, these bitches, it ain't no good hoes, nigga. Fuck these hoes. Or I could say, hey man, it ain't gonna be hard to find the one for me, nigga, but I'm here for the ride. Let's do it one step at a time, one day at a time, nigga. Let's level up. All this shit gonna make me stronger for the person that's really destined for me. That's tough. I really do like that mindset. Shout out my nigga Derek.
And what happens to you, and 90% how you react to what happens to you. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for you if no one's told you that. And we got about one more month to do everything that we set out for ourselves at the beginning of this year. If there's anything, any goal, any accomplishment that you haven't done yet, then you still got time. Also, I think I'm going to do a Q&A soon, so make sure you DM me questions on Instagram. Join the Patreon if you want to see more content. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, feel free to book a call. And yeah, with that said, make sure you guys stay true. Talk to you guys real soon.
Hey.
I'll see you at the top.
Shout out my nigga Derek, man. WVid. Treat your dreams like a bad bitch. You gotta lock in. That's funny as shit. I fuck with that shit. But yeah, bro, it's crazy. I'd never really experienced, you know what I'm saying, a relationship with a good girl. But it does give me hope thinking that that shit is still out there. It is very rare, especially with all the bullshit that I experienced. It seems like, you know what I'm saying, it's real easy to get jaded. It's real easy to say, oh nah, all people are like this because you had nothing but that same experience. Which is reasonable, but you gotta realize, bro, you haven't talked to every single person in the world, so you can't even make that conclusion yet. As much as you want, you can still come into each scenario with a good, open mind, like you should, my nigga. Like, why is you shutting down? You gonna eventually hurt that motherfucker before they even got the chance to show them or show you who they are. And that's never a good thing to do. That's literally setting yourself up for failure. That is manifesting the bad outcomes in your life that you want to avoid so desperately. So by acting like the nigga who knows he already going to get the shit he want, you put yourself in them good opportunities to really thrive and shine and get your bad bitch, nigga. You feel me? Message of the day, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully y'all were able to take some inspiration from that. If you did, make sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Let me know about y'all heartbreak, you know what I'm saying? Y'all very first heartbreaks or any heartbreaks you experienced if you feel so inclined in the comment section down below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Love y'all. Peace.